Hey, what's up? It's your boy Burf, and it's 5 Thrift Store Friday! Yes, it's 5 Thrift Store Friday, the happiest day of the week. And let me tell you, today's episode is an absolute doozy. I scored a massive haul of 1980s toys at the thrift store. So I want you to picture this. It's early morning, the thrift store is about to open, but there's another toy hunter standing in line with me. The doors open up and he takes off running in a mad dash for the toy aisle ahead of me. He scans everything real quick, but he leaves empty-handed. And I'm thinking to myself, well, maybe there's just nothing here. So I headed over to the board games and I found some awesome vintage ones, really unique ones. But while I was making sure all the pieces were there in the board games, because I like to count the pieces, a cart rolled out with a bunch of WWE figures on it. Now, I don't collect those, but I thought I might be able to flip them to make a little extra kiggity cash, if any of them were valuable. Well, it turns out they weren't worth much. So I decided to backtrack and see if I missed anything on the shelves. And that's when I spotted it. A vintage real Ghostbusters vehicle sitting on the shelf. Now, that got me thinking. So I waited to see if any more carts would come out that might have some Ghostbusters on them. And holy cow, was I right? This vintage haul is unbelievable. Unbelievable. And I also scored this really epic vintage toy plush, probably the second greatest toy plush I've ever scored in a thrift store next to Alf. And it just had me super jazzed up. I'm excited. I hope you're excited. If you are, hit that like button and let's roll out.
Out of the thrift store, looking for toys galore. My name is Burf and this is my turf. I'm straight out of the thrift store.
That little Peanuts car is kind of cool. Yeah, I like that. I'm not gonna get it, but I like it, man. What do they want? $1.99 for it? Yeah, that would make somebody happy. Whoa, check out this Venom Bank, man. This thing looks awesome. What do they want for that? Is there a price tag on it? I don't see a price. But yeah, I'm definitely getting that. That is freaking cool. Look at this. This is one of those fur real parrots. I think it's made by Hasbro. I want $10 for it. But the last time I had one of these guys, I sold him for like, I don't know, it was like 50, 60 bucks or something like that. So, and he sold really fast. So he typically has like a perch. I was kind of looking around here on the shelves and I don't see the perch anywhere. But with the perch, like he's like $100. So I'm gonna get him and flip him for a little extra kiggity cash. Oh, check this out. I've never seen this little guy before. Man, I could probably combine those two together and make some real dough. Well, he's not selling for a whole lot. I have to clean that up a little bit right there. It's like a booger or something. But he's selling for like 20 bucks. So he's only $1.99. So I think it's worth getting him. Lotting them up together, selling them as a couple. Oh, what's this thing? Did somebody make their own card? Well, that's kind of wild. Yeah, it's kind of like somebody tried to make their own card back. Interesting. I think I'm gonna leave the Star Wars guy behind. I'm just not a modern Star Wars collector. I really don't have much interest in them. It's definitely a homemade card. That's fun though that somebody attempted that. I got some more vintage board games. This one's from 1986. That's cool. And then let's move these guys out of the way here. And then we got this teacher's quiz. Huh. It's kind of got the same pieces. Like, look at the little pawns there. And then you got these. Oh no, they're a little different. They're a little different. I thought they were the same type. The original memory game. That's cool. What's this one? It's just called Once, the storytelling game for family and friends. Oh, this looks like an old one. Looks like some sort of Asian game. All the kids are Asian on there, except for that one little white boy. Well, I don't know. He's like part Asian or something. Oh my God. Are you kidding me? A Harry and the Hendersons plush? No way. Oh my God. He's only $3.99. Oh, that is epic. Seriously, like next to finding Alf at the thrift store, this is probably the second greatest plush I've ever found at the thrift. This is awesome. He's on that jazz, man. He's on the jazz. He's on the jazz, man. That jiggy jazz. Yes. Jazz-worthy, man. It's a jazz-worthy score. Sweet, man. I looked this dude up and he's selling anywhere from like 30 to 50 bucks. And check this out too. Check this out. My favorite toy company of all time, Galoob. It's a Galoob product. That is even better. That's just the icing on the cake, baby. So this first Goodie Wheel that I was at, where I found this epic Harry and the Hendersons plush. This thing is amazing. It's a brand new Goodie Wheel. So it just opened maybe a month ago. My friend Teresa told me about it, and I've been over there on a few different occasions, and I have yet to walk out of there empty-handed. I always find something really awesome. So this Goodie Wheel has been producing, so it's definitely one I will be going back to over and over again. Now, let's take a closer look at the stuff that I picked up. All right, first up on deck, we've got this Marvel Venom Bank. Oh my God, this thing just looks so gnarly, man. Just so freaking gnarly. Super cool. Got him for a few bucks, and we'll probably end up selling him, I'm thinking. A little while back, I picked up several Marvel and DC banks at the Goodie Wheel, and I think I spent like $70 buying all of them, but I made a couple $100 reselling them. So I don't know exactly how much I'll price this guy at yet. Probably gonna be around $25 maybe, but he is just way too cool. Oh my gosh, how realistic does this guy look? As a matter of fact, when I was walking up to the front counter to pay for him, one of the clerks was like, oh my gosh, I had to take a second look because for a moment I thought you had brought a real parrot into the store. I mean, they are called fur real, you know, so I mean, I guess, you know, the fur real is because they look so real, you know, but this guy does talk. He does have several phrases that he repeats or that he says, and this little guy down here just makes like some little chirping noises. I should have left the batteries in so I could demonstrate these guys to you, but after I tested them, I pulled the batteries out and I got them listed up in my eBay store as a pair of parrots. I have them listed for $70, but also taking offers on them as well. But yeah, the last time I had this guy, I sold him for like $70 by himself. And I sold him rather quickly. So I don't think he'll be up. These two will be up in the store for too long. So if you're interested, you can click the link in the comments below and go check out my store. And if you want to get him before he's gone. Holy cow, how amazing was this find? To find this plush in a thrift store is like trying to find the real Bigfoot out in the wild. It just isn't gonna happen, you know? I knew he existed, kind of like the real Bigfoot. I know the real Bigfoot exists, but I've never seen one. I've never seen this guy at a toy show. I've never seen him at a toy store. I've seen him in YouTube videos and other people's collections,
but I've never actually seen one in person. And to find him sitting on the shelf of a thrift store was a pleasant surprise. In fact, he even has a twinkle in his eye. Look at that face. But yeah, I have this sealed copy of Harry and the Hendersons on VHS. So these two together will make for an awesome display. All right, gang, I think it's time to head off to another Goody Will. What you got for me today, Goody Will? What you got for me today?
Hey, check this out. So this is a Hot Licks guitar from 1989, made by Tyco. And they want $7.99 for it, but it's like selling for like 30 to 50 bucks on eBay. But I think I might just get it for my own collection. It's kind of cool. Hey, check this out. So this is a Tyco Hot Licks guitar from 1989. They want $7.99 for it, but it's selling for like $30 to $50 loose. In the box, it's like going for like $150. I'm not gonna resell it. I think I'll probably just get it. Man, it's gonna need some cleaning, isn't it? But I'll probably just get it for myself. It's kind of neat. Hey, check out this magazine, man. Godzilla, the King of the Monsters, plus Godzilla vs. Kong, how it all began. Oh, that is a cool magazine. All right, I know it's like a newer one, but I'm gonna pick it up. It originally sold for $14.99. What do they want for this? All right, well, I just came across some interesting bags here. We got like a bunch of like Barbie outfits, I believe, in these bags, which that can be money. And then we got this Doc Ock looking figure here. It's got all his tentacles, that's cool. And then there is a Green Goblin. He's missing his mask though. Got a Batman in there, and then there's a 90s Kenner Batman in this bag. And a Hulk, but he's not old. And of course we've got Black Panther, but I like this Batman.
So this Doc Ock figure is pretty awesome. And the fact that he actually still has all of his tentacles, even better, because no matter what version of Doc Ock I find at the thrift store, he's always missing his tentacles. So that was definitely a bonus. I did pick up the Batman mainly because I think Green Goblin's sled, or that air chariot or whatever it is, that thing he flies around on, I think it was in the bag with the Batman. Like I thought the accessory went to the Batman, but then when I was looking at it a little bit closer, I'm like, I think that goes to Green Goblin. So you guys can let me know in the comments below once we take a look at it here. Got this awesome Tyco guitar, and yeah, we pulled out some fun stuff from this particular Goody Will. So let's take a little closer look at it. All right, first up, let's rock and roll with some Godzilla, King of the Monsters. So I was kind of showing you guys this magazine in the thrift store, and what I think it is I think it's just a complete history of Godzilla and King Kong and some of the other Godzilla monsters that have been in movies over the years. So I'm kind of interested to dive into this and read some of the articles. I think some of the photography in here is just really awesome. And so, you know, I'm definitely a picture guy. I'd rather look at the pictures than read the articles, but I think I'll actually dive in to some of these articles that are in here because I can get myself a little educated on Godzilla. Well, I've got some good news and bad news when it comes to the Tyco guitar. So the good news is that I got it home, I cleaned it up, and it actually worked for a second. And then it stopped working. That's the bad news. So I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get it going like consistently, but I am gonna spend a little more time cleaning out the battery compartment because it was really corroded, and I did clean it up a good bit, and that's what got it to work. So I think maybe with a little more deep cleaning,
I can get this thing to actually play, and then that would definitely increase the value of it. I'm not sure, other than for display purposes, if anybody would buy it if it doesn't actually work. So kind of took a gamble on it. I think it was $10 is what I paid on this. So I definitely paid up on it, but we'll see. We'll see. And then I did pick up the bag with the Batmans in it, mainly because it had Green Lantern's Sky Chariot or sled. Again, I don't know what that thing's called. I definitely am curious to find out in the comment section below. But I didn't want to pay $3.99 just for this Kenner Batman. That's initially why I was like considering it. And I was like, nah, I don't want to pay $4 just for him. But when I realized Green Goblin's accessory was in the bag, I was like, well, I guess I gotta get it now. But yeah, these guys are pretty cool. One of the things I like about this Kenner Batman is that metallic blue outfit that he has. It's really awesome.
Man, the Goody Wheels are delivering the goods. So much so, I think we should go hit up another one. I mean, why the hell not?
Oh, look at this. We got a Beast Wars Transformer. So this is the one that was at Ollie's for like $10. They want $3.99 for this, but I don't think I'm interested in it. I'll just leave it for a modern Transformers fan. What? Howard the Duck on VHS? No way. Let's see, is it actually the cassette? Oh yeah, it is. Oh, you always gotta check. You always gotta check. Oh, that is awesome, man. I'm totally getting that. That cover's in pretty decent shape too. Check this out. I just looked this up. This thing's selling for like $67 with an open box on eBay. And they want $8.99 for it. I don't know if it's fake though, you know what I mean? Is it a knockoff or is it legit? Also got these Funkos here. I think these are no, this is Song of the Deep. This is Overwatch. Some Overwatch here in the back. All right, well, I'm gonna take a gamble on it. See if I can make a little extra kiggity cash.
So the only things I ended up getting from this Goody Wheel were the Howard the Duck VHS. Could not pass that up. Did not have it in my collection. And I just absolutely love the box art on it, the cover art. And I also picked up this Figma figure, which I have already sold for $55. So I listed it on eBay for $70. Somebody made an offer at $55. I was in a good mood, so I let them have it for $55. Let's take a look. So check this guy out. I am not an anime person at all. I don't know who Levi from Attack on Titan is. I've heard of the cartoon Attack on Titan, but I've never watched an episode. I don't know who any of the characters are, but when I did a Google Lens on this guy and saw how much he was worth, it was a no-brainer. So I brought him home. I listed him for $70. I got an offer earlier today for $55 and I accepted it. So I just made 55 bones. Well, you know, eBay takes their share out of it, so I'm probably walking away with more like 45 of the 55, but that's all right. It adds a little extra kiggity cash to the birth bank. Well, I know what I'm watching this weekend. One of the worst movies ever made in the 1980s. 1986's Howard the Duck. I don't think I've ever watched this movie from start to finish. It's an hour and 51 minutes, which is really long for an 80s movie. Most 80s movies were around the 90-minute mark or less. So an hour and 51 minutes is a long time to sit through a bad movie. But I will definitely give it a go this weekend. And I don't know, maybe it's not as bad as people have said it is. I guess it's all subjective at the end of the day. I should ask Real Shift, my buddy Real Shift on YouTube. He does a bunch of movie reviews. I bet you he's seen this movie. Anyway, couldn't pass this up. The cover is in excellent condition. I mean, it's not like mint or anything like that, but a lot of times these VHS covers can be really beat, but this one is in pretty good shape.
And the artwork on the front of it is just pure 80s, man. Rolling egg, Beverly Sizzles. Well, I guess it's just gonna be a goody wheel kind of day because we're about to hit up another one. Oh, check that out. It's a John Cena wrestling buddy. That's cool, man. What are they asking for that? $3.99? All right, let me see what these guys are selling for. Okay, well, it looks like he's selling for about $20 to $25. That is pretty epic. I think I'm gonna go ahead and get that. Oh, look at this dude. It's like Bozo the Clown or something. No, it's not actually Bozo, but it's a Ringling Brothers Barnum and Bailey circus clown. He's selling for like 10 bucks. They want $1.99 for him. He's kind of neat. I don't think I'm gonna get him, but you know, I'm always a sucker for like things that are like part plastic, part plush, you know. Actually, I take that back. I modified my listing search a little bit, and this dude's selling for like 15, upwards of $20 plus, and this one actually has the tags on it. The ones I saw on eBay didn't have the tags, so for $1.99, I think I'm gonna grab this. And you know what, as cool as this guy is, there's only been like 2 that have sold in the last 90 days of him, and they were back in April, which means if I got this, I'd probably sit on this for a while. So I'm gonna put him back, and then I'm just gonna get the clown, but I'm just getting him for my personal collection. Not that I have like a personal collection of clowns or anything, but just, I don't know, Barnum and Bailey, you know? I don't even think that exists anymore, does it? I think it would just be cool to have, sit them on a shelf somewhere. Maybe next to my Pee Wee Herman. So I'm not a big fan of clowns necessarily, but I do like Barnum and Bailey Circus, and this clown actually had the tags on it. As a matter of fact, I went to the circus when I was in 6th grade. It was part of our 6th grade field trip. We all loaded up on the school bus and went off to the circus. And I remember I had a crush on this girl named Jody Hamrock. And I was there with my friend Doug Fry, and they had this little area where you could buy these bracelets. It was like a little metal bracelet that had like a chain on it, but you could get like your name engraved on it. So I told the guy, I'm like, I need you to write the name Jody with an I. And he wrote it on there, and then, you know, I mustered up the courage. I'd never let Jody Hamrock know that I liked her in any way, shape, or form. She didn't even know I existed. And I mustered up the courage, and I remember I gave it to her, and like she just like looked at it and like pushed me, like kind of did this with her hand, like, get away from me, dork, you know? So I was like, just rejected, man. Oh man, it was like getting punched in the gut, you know, stabbed in the heart. But anyway, I did enjoy the circus that day. So the circus lifted my spirits. But yeah, so I picked up this clown. Let's take a little closer look at him. Well, here he is, the Barnum and Bailey clown. We need to give this guy a name. Maybe you guys can help me out in the comments below. If you were to give this guy a name, what would it be? And maybe if somebody comes up with a name that's cool enough, that's what we'll end up naming him. So this guy does have the tag still on him, the greatest show on earth, and I like his outfit. And he kind of does have like a Pee Wee Herman kind of feel to him, you know, Pee Wee with a red nose, I guess, and curly hair. And oh no, he's drunk. I got a drunk clown. All right, gang, this is the moment you've all been waiting for. Wait until you see the size of this 1980s haul, man. Talk about super jazz. I was super jazzed up over this. Holy cow. And to think that I didn't think there was anything there, you know? I was so disappointed that other toy hunter beat me to the aisle, and then not just the aisle, but the wall of bags. He beat me there too. And this guy was fast, man. He was like lightning. And anyway,
yeah, I thought, well, you know, he's walking out of here with nothing. He obviously saw everything before I did. There must be nothing here. But patience, they say patience. My wife tells me this all the time. Patience is a virtue. And patience definitely paid off. Even though I wasn't intentionally being patient, I was just counting game pieces and some time had passed. And luckily I did. Check it out.
Hey, so check this out. Here is Lizzie from the movie Rampage. Now this figure here sells for about 30 bucks. They're asking $2.29 for the bag. But if this were like the big figure, it's like a $200 figure without the tail. So like the tail on the big one comes off, and I have found it a couple of different times in thrift stores over the years, and I sold it for around 200 bucks without the tail. With the tail, it's like over a $300 figure. It's pretty crazy. What the heck is this? Hoban Washburn from Firefly. Well, this dude is like a $15 to $20 figure. Now that's with a box that's in pretty good shape. This one's got a little warping on it. It even looks like it's discolored a little bit. Yeah, I don't want to spend $5 on that, but it's worth more than I was expecting, that's for sure. Oh wow, look at this old game, Shark Attack. I remember seeing this on TV when I was a kid. What year is that from? 1988. The box is all sewed up with tape, so I don't know, I might be able to peel that off. Let me see if I can peel that off and take a better look at this. Gotta make sure all the pieces are there. All right, we got a lid off. Let's see here, all the components here. Well, there's the shark. Looks like we got the game board. Got some pieces here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like three fish game pieces. Is he missing his lower jaw? Okay, there's the game board. I probably need to look up a picture of this. There's definitely, looks like there's 4 fish pieces that are supposed to be there. And it looks like I've only got 3. So I'm sure I can pick one up on eBay, but I want to make sure that he's not missing like the lower part of his jaw or something. Okay, so I'm missing a couple of dice and I'm missing the white fish, but I think I can pick those up on eBay, so I'm gonna go ahead and get it. I think it's pretty cool. By the way, speaking of fun games, this 13 Dead End Drive is awesome. I picked this up at an estate sale a little while back, and the girls and I have played it a few times, and it is a really fun game. I highly recommend it. Oh, look at this little Hello Kitty. So she takes batteries, and I guess from what I saw on the listing on eBay, which these things are selling for like 10 bucks, so it's really not worth me getting it, but apparently she waves and kind of dances, I guess. It's cute. Look at this game. Pass Trash. Oh, that looks fun, man. I like the artwork on that. That is cool. Again, like with the tape, you know, it sucks that they do that. All right, I might try and open this one up too and see if it's got everything inside. And we got an old Mousetrap game too. And look at this one, Loopin' Louie. Oh, that looks so cool. Look, see, they put tape on it and somebody tried to probably take it off and ended up ripping all of this. That sucks if they do that, man. Just use a rubber band. All right, there he is. Old Loopin' Louie. So that part's there at least. All right, cool. And here is Pass the Trash. So we'll see, what do we need here? This is 1992. Equipment, Don't Wake Daddy, game go through. Oh, this is for Don't Wake Daddy. That's not, this is Pass the Trash. Let's see. trash truck, 4 trash chutes. So do we have a trash truck in here? Here's the marbles. Okay, there's the trash truck.
Looks interesting.
Yeah, it's kind of some old fun games, you know?
Oh, dude, yeah, some of those old games are that's a cool find.
Right? Yeah, I've got quite a vintage board game collection going now. Oh yeah, look at that old mousetrap. See, I've got this, but I don't have this version of it. I don't think my board doesn't look like this. This one's from 1986. Well, I might have to just kind of turn the camera off here and see if all the pieces are here. If it's here, I'll get it. So this cart just came out and it has all these wrestlers. It's got this Pokemon stuff. Only $1.49. I have no idea if it's worth anything. We'll find out. But I'm looking up these wrestlers currently. This Sheamus guy, he's selling for like $13 to $18. So they only want $3.29 for each wrestler. So I may get a few of them. Yeah, these are all like $7 or $8 figures. The only ones worth any bit of money are these guys, which are like $10 to $15 each, but I think I'll just leave them here for a wrestling fan to pick up. So check this out. I just pulled Rampage out of that cart. That cart just came out, and he's selling for like 25 bucks plus shipping. So I might just grab him too. Now these guys were part of a 4-pack that you could get at Target. 3, 4, so I'd get them for like 5 bucks. I could probably flip them for 20 because the 4-pack's going for like 50 bucks. Yeah, I mean, they're cheap enough. I think that could be a pretty easy flip. And this dude's like a $20 to $30 sale. Man, they're just kind of priced high, these guys. Oh, check this out. Howie Mandel on vinyl. Fits like a glove. No way. Oh man, it's the Ghostbusters. Bug. Oh man. Does it got the motor in the back? It's always missing the motor. Let's see. I might have to. I don't want to break it. I don't want to break it, so I might have to stop filming for a second. It's missing the motor, but that's okay. It's still super cool, and they only want $3.29 for it, man. That thing is in great shape. They just brought out this other cart. I grabbed some of these Dora the Explorer figures. I'll check on those. But, let's see what else is in here. Oh, look at this. Ghostbusters. Oh, nice. Let's see what else is down here. Some more Dora. Man, I'm glad I decided to just kind of hang out today when I saw them bringing these carts. I'm assuming this is like Dora playset accessories. Maybe. Those look like old cars, but I don't know for sure. Yeah, these are like Fisher Price, like Little People cars or something. Those look like old dolls. Are those Bratz or what are those? I don't know what those are, but I'll grab them just in case they are something. Okay, so these are like LOL Surprise. They're worth like maybe 10 bucks each or something like that. just leave those here. I got all of this Dora stuff, man. I saw it the other day when I was here. They actually had like the house, the Dora house, but I should have probably grabbed it then, but oh well. Look at this little play set. What is that? That's kind of cool. I've never seen that before. Well, I can't find anything on this, but I'm gonna go ahead and get it just in case it is something. This like volcano lava thing, it's like a big tongue. We got like this alien, got these feet. Man, this is an epic haul, man. This is freaking awesome. He's on that jazz, man. He's on the jazz. He's on the jazz, man. The jiggy, jiggy jazz. And like, what is this thing? It looks like Hordak almost, but it's like some sort of skateboard racer. Look, here's a Star Trek figure for $7.49 though. No, that thing's worth like $5, if that.
Damn, son! That's what I'm talking about. Holy cow.
When you on the jazz, man, you're dangerous.
That's right, man. When I'm on the jazz, I'm dangerous. Man, this was just such a thrill. Like, these are the moments that I live for when I'm out vintage toy thrifting. It's one thing to find a vintage toy here, a vintage toy there, or maybe even a couple of them on the shelves. But when you find a big haul like this, it's like, it's a rush like none other. I mean, the fact that you find these things out in the wild like this is just unbelievable to me. And I get excited every single time. Even though I have found real Ghostbusters before, I have found Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles before, and it's not like any of these things are even like super valuable. You know, maybe the Highway Hunter, real Ghostbusters Volkswagen, that little vehicle, that one's worth maybe a little bit of money, but nothing outrageous. I think you could pick them up on eBay for like $30 or something. But yeah, I get so excited about it, and I freaking love it, man. It's definitely a hit of dopamine, you know? Nostalgia, it's a powerful drug. So anyway, I'm excited about this. Let's do a little show and tell. All right, gang, first up, I picked up this Lizzie crocodile from the movie Rampage. Like I was saying in the store, this particular figure is about a $30 figure. But if you have like the really big one, I think it's like 18 inches long or something like that, that thing is worth hundreds of dollars if it's like fully intact. And I have found a couple of those over the years. It's been probably 3 or 4 years since I last had one, but I had no idea they were worth that much money until I'd actually found one of those big ones and looked it up. I was completely blown away by that. So, but yeah, this is definitely a neat little figure, and definitely something I'm gonna sell. So the first vintage board game I picked up was this Milton Bradley Pass the Trash board game. Now, I don't remember this game when I was a kid. I don't remember seeing commercials for it, but apparently there were, because I found this one.
You got to hurry past the trash, or that trash is gonna pass back into you that real fast.
To win it past the trash, you've got to move your truck and get your marbles in it before it goes past.
Pass the trash and pass it fast. Pass the trash and pass it fast. That's went past. Pass the trash.
Where's the trash?
Pass the trash, here comes the truck.
The first one to get rid of all their trash is the winner.
Pass the trash and let it fly. Pass the trash. I win. All right. Where's the trash? Pass the trash. Milton Bradley's Pass the Trash.
Pass the trash.
So it looks like it's a fun game, definitely made for younger kids. You know, these kids look like they're maybe like 7 or 8 years old. And I just couldn't resist the box art. I thought it was really cool. When I opened it up and look at the game pieces, you know, it's got vibrant colors. We'll take a look at it here in a second. And you guys know I'm a sucker for vibrant colors every single time, man. Like when I find a toy that is, you know, bright and vibrant, I just can't pass it up. So let's take a look at the insides. So how cool is this game, man? Oh my gosh, it's just the colors, like I said, are so vibrant. It makes for a really fantastic display piece, and the game itself is in really good condition considering how old it is. It still has all the stickers on it. So the object of the game is that you want to get rid of all of your marbles. Your marbles represent trash, and then we've got these trash trucks that you want to dispense your marbles into. The first person to get rid of all their trash wins the game. Each person has 10 marbles, but I'm missing a few pieces. I've got 11 blue marbles, I've got 9 red, I've got 8 green, and 9 yellow. So I am missing a few, but that's okay because it's not like I'm going to be playing this game. It's more of just a display piece for me at this point. I just think, man, it's just so awesome, man. I just love looking at it. But the object of the game is you want to get rid of your marbles. And the way you do that is there are rubber band mechanisms under the tray. And when you push down on these levers here, it's supposed to move the tray in a counterclockwise motion, but the rubber bands are broke, so it's not gonna do that. I'll have to have those fixed. And then as the trash trucks roll around, you wanna press down on this lever here and get rid of your marble. Now, this truck actually has, it doesn't have a hole in it like this one does. You see the hole there? And let's see if we can kind of move this guy out. There, you can see it. See that hole? So if you're dumping your marbles into this guy, they're gonna go into your opponent's trash bin. So those are the trash bins down there, which adds more marbles to his bin. So you want to get your marbles into this one to get rid of them as quickly as possible. But at the same time, if one of your opponents is getting down on how much trash he has left, you might want to dump some of your marbles into his, because you're still getting rid of your marbles, but you are at the same time adding more marbles to theirs, if that makes sense. So anyway, it's kind of a fun little game. Like I said, I've never heard of it, but it's definitely one I'm happy that I picked up. I also picked up this Milton Bradley game, Shark Attack. Now, I do remember seeing commercials for this one when I was a kid.
Shark, shark, shark attack. This shark is like a maniac.
It's Shark Attack. Just roll the dice, and when your color comes up, move your fish fast.
The fish that survives will be the winner. So don't be last or you'll be the dinner. Shark, shark, shark attack. What are you gonna do? It's coming, it's coming, it's coming. It's coming to get you.
Sink your teeth into Shark Attack.
Again, a board game made for younger kids, but I don't know, man. That commercial had me pretty jazzed up to want to play this game. It seems like it would be like a fast-paced game and could probably create a little anxiety for you as well as you're playing it, as that shark's making its rounds around the table trying to swallow up your fish. So let's take a little closer look at it. So this game is missing one piece. It's missing the white fish, which I can easily pick up on eBay, but everything else is intact. I tried turning the shark on, but he's not working at the moment. I looked at the battery compartment and it's pretty clean, but sometimes even just the slightest bit of residue can cause an electronic not to function when you put a battery in it. So I'm just gonna have to use a little baking soda, or what am I, from New York? Gotta get some baking soda. But yeah, I'm gonna have to get some baking soda and some white vinegar and try to clean him up a little bit and see if I can get him to actually turn on, because I'd like to see this guy in action. Unfortunately, I'm not gonna be able to do that for you guys right now. Maybe, possibly in a future video. Maybe I'll make like a YouTube short of it in action if I can get it to work. But yeah, I just absolutely love the artwork. That's one of the main reasons I buy board games, is because of the artwork and just how fun a lot of the mechanisms are, especially on these 3D style board games, where you have like these extra pieces like this or those trash trucks we just saw. And speaking of that, my favorite board game pickup of the day was this board game called Loopin' Louie.
I'm Loopin' Louie, Loopin' Louie. I'm flying around your farm, scaring chickens off your barn. I'm Loopin' Louie, Loopin' Louie. I'm out of control, doing flips and barrel rolls.
The game's Loopin' Louie, and Louie's out of control. To win, knock him back up in the air, because if he scares off all your chickens, you're out.
Loopin' Louie, Loopin' Louie. I'm flying around your farm, scaring chickens off your barn. I'm Loopin' Louie.
Again, just another Milton Bradley game where the box art is just absolutely epic. I love everything about this, and the game itself is even cooler. So this is the game itself. It's all set up. It has, this one actually has all of the pieces. Here's Loopin' Louie. You start them off in this upright position, and there are 4 players. And this one here should be right here, but it would extend off the desk. So I just kind of set it off to the side, but you'll be able to get the idea. I'm going to turn this guy on. It has a little switch here in the back. And the object is, as he comes down, you want to hit your paddle so he doesn't knock your chickens over and he knocks down the other players. Let's get him going here. Whoa, see, he can do like barrel rolls. See if we can get him to go a little higher this time. Woo! How fun is that? Oh, see how he can possibly come back down. Even though you hit him, he can come back down and still hit your chickens off. So anyway, super fun game. And then the next thing I picked up were all of these Dora the Explorer figures and furniture accessories, man. What? Now, when I grabbed this, I had no idea what it was. I tried doing a Google Lens through the plastic bag and it just wasn't pulling up. But after I got it out and Google got a clearer picture of it, I found out it's actually a Play-Doh Dodo Island Tiki Beach playset, I think is what it's called. I should have kind of figured with the little holes in this guy that it was going to be Play-Doh related. It is missing a couple of pieces, but again, those vibrant colors, man, they just get me every single time. But it has like a little cave, and then apparently there are some, like, I don't know, you can make some Play-Doh molds out of that maybe, so I might have to get a little Play-Doh and give this thing a try. Now, I'm not much of a Pokemon guy either, but these things were pretty cool, and apparently they were part of a larger set, I think like a 4 or 5 vinyl Pokemon set, I guess, I don't know. But anyway, I picked them up, just again, something I figured I could maybe try and sell and end up, you know, using the money to buy some vintage toys that I actually do want. So if any of you are Pokemon fans out there and you're interested in these guys, shoot me an email at 80stoysrock, and rock is spelled ROC, at gmail.com, and we can work something out. I'm thinking maybe like $20 plus shipping on them. And now we're starting to get into the stuff that I like. So this entire bag of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was just $2.29. I got a Fugitoid robot in there. The Leonardo and the Michelangelo are both soft head turtles, which is awesome. My favorite kind of TMNT. And then I also got this Metalhead. Now, he is missing one of his forearms and his hand, but he's got his backpack, which you don't see too often. And then, of course, I got this Hardhead Raphael. So this was a pretty epic score for just $2.29. And, of course, I saved the best haul for last. I got all of these vintage real Ghostbusters figures for just $2.29.
The Highway Haunter was $3.29. So for less than $6, I got all of this. And what's really awesome is this Egon. So this is actually a rarer Egon, and what makes him so rare isn't the actual figure itself, but the fact that his tie is fully intact. That thing breaks off so much. You rarely see him with an intact tie. He is a Fright feature Egon, so if we push down on his arm, his neck extends and his tie shoots out. So I'm gonna have to be really delicate with him because I don't want that tie to break. Now, all of these ghosts, the ghosts were the best part about the Real Ghostbusters line. I love all the ghosts, and they're all currently in their human form. So we are going to transform them into their ghostly form. Oh my God, like look how awesome these guys look. They look so freaking good, man. Like I said, the ghosts were my favorite part of this toy line, both as a kid and as an adult. I just love 80s and 90s toys that have gimmicks like this. I mean, the fact that you could take a normal looking postman and turn him into nightmare fuel that looks like that is just pure, unadulterated awesomeness. Yeah, man, these guys look super, super cool. I am just so jazzed up right now. Well, hey gang, that's all I got for you on this 5 Thrift Store Friday. If this video brought a little joy and a little happiness into your life, do me a favor and smash the like button. It helps me out, it helps my channel grow, but it also lets me know that you're enjoying the content. Also, if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, turn on notifications because I got a lot more great episodes coming your way. In fact, if you want to watch more episodes just like this, then check out this next video.